Where are my pixie lovers? Today I have a cute asymmetrical pixie from TressAllure to show you. Her name is Cool Pixie and I have her in 2 colors. Today we're going to take a look at this one in the color 12R, which is this one right here, and one of my all-time favorite colors, 17/23R8, which is this one. So if you'd like to know more about this wig, then stick around. My name is Denise. I'm also known as heywigsister on Instagram and Facebook. I'm partnering with 𝘕𝘔 to bring you this review. They sent me both of these girls so that I could make this video. And I'm actually really excited to be able to do this in 2 colors. I'm going to do a brief little color comparison outside with these because I think this is a great example of how a little bit of warmth and lowlights can make a real difference in a color. And it's always nice to see wigs in multiple colors because if it's not a color that you wear, it can sometimes be hard to visualize what it'll look like in a color that you do wear. 𝘕𝘔 is a great retailer. They have an online wig shop as well as some brick and mortar in-person wig shops, which is so great. And you can find all the information that you need on these girls and everything else at their website. I will make sure to link some information in the description box below, a coupon code that will save you money, and they have sales regularly, so they're definitely one to keep on your list for wig shopping. They're great. Let's take a look at this one from all sides. So fun. Now this is absolutely a short style, but there is some length on the top, and then like I said, it's kind of asymmetrical. You've got the longer on one side. If you don't love that, you can just trim that right off. I would use a thinning razor. I actually have a video showing how to use a thinning razor to trim bangs, to trim face framing layers. Super easy to use, and you don't have to have any skills. So don't shy away from styles. If there's, one thing that isn't going to work for you, there are usually ways to fix it. And a lot of the ways, well, all the ways I show are for anybody because I am not trained and have no skills in this area. I've forced myself to learn over the years because I want to be a self-sufficient wig wearer. So definitely check out my tip videos. They can be really helpful. Cool Pixie is a basic cap wig, otherwise known as a machine-made cap. So this is what the inside the cap looks like. Really no frills. We have a soft ear tab with bendable stays, and there is a lot of hair sewn in on that. We do have an extended nape. There are Velcro adjusters, and the rest is open wefted. I have to cinch this one in a fair amount because it is running pretty true to average. I have a pretty average petite head size. All of my measurements are in the description box below, but I am getting a little bit of extra cap. I would say where it may be running a little average petite, not fully but closer, is the fact that I don't get a lot of bulking up here, not a lot of extra cap, but it is quite loose around my circumference, and my circumference is 21.25, and so I absolutely say this is running average. Oh yeah, I cinched this in a lot and now it fits me a lot better. So I would say this is not running large for sure. The circumference is running pretty true to average, and the over the top may be running slightly smaller than average. So throw the lighter color on. You can see immediately how different it looks in the lighter color. This color right here, 12R, is not rooted. So there's no rooting, no low lights on this one. It is really just a light brown. We'll talk about color in a little bit, but what we have here is a wig with very little Permatease. There is no traditional Permatease on this piece. So if you like a lot of Permatease to really kind of get your hair big, you're not gonna get big hair with this piece. It just doesn't have enough hair and it doesn't have the Permatease. Now you can mess this up. You can use some styling product and styling paste and really play with it and amp up the layers. And because this is a basic cap wig, you can part this any direction. So you can play around with this one and get her exactly how you like her just by manipulating these fibers. can see just how fun she can actually be. This is made with heat-friendly synthetic fibers, so they feel really realistic. I really like TressAllure's heat-friendly fibers. I love the way they feel. And they're not shiny, so you don't have to worry about excessive synthetic shine on these colors. I did some tucking, and I just want you to, when I play with wigs like this and I kind of mess around with them, what I want you to do is start to envision how you might be able to do that. Wigs really need to be made your own in order for you to feel the most comfortable, and I would say this looks completely different from how the other one looked out of the box, just by switching the way she's parted, smoothing her out, tucking her behind my ears, and it's just a completely different vibe. And so when you're watching these wig reviews, just remember the way the wig is sitting on the reviewer's head is not the only way that it can be worn. And so once you kind of get your feet under you and you start to get used to playing with your wigs, messing them up, trimming them up, thinning them, look at that. So cute. You can have so much fun. So please, please, in these reviews, you know, take the bulk of the information, but know that you can still do an awful lot with these to make them you. Okay, we made it to color. I do not want to take this one off, you guys. I love what I did. I really think she can be super cute if you like short styles, but I am just really sort of enamored with the way she looks with these layers just by playing with her a little bit. So the colors again that I have, 1723R8, love, love, love this color. And then we've got the 12R. So this color right here is kind of, it's a really warm, kind of an auburnish color. The description is beige, blonde, and auburn blended with medium brown roots. And so that's the root. They do such a good job with the rooting over at TressAllure because it's very subtle. It's a shadow more than anything, and so it doesn't look like regrowth. It doesn't look like you need to get to the salon. It looks really, really natural. And I would say this is a very warm color. The blending is spectacular on this color. You know, the blonde, every now and then you get a little pop of the blonde, but it's not overly highlighted. So if you like warm, rich colors, you like really rich auburns, you like dynamic kind of interest to the color, this one could be a great one for you. I would say it's looking darker right here than it does on a longer piece because it's closer to the rooting. So I have trend in this color, and I wear trend all the time. If you watch me on social media, you have seen me wear trend a ton. It's one of my all-time favorite wigs, and it doesn't look quite as dark as this one, and it's because there isn't as much of the color and it's closer to that rooting, if that makes sense. And then on the 12R here, we've got basically just a light golden brown. The R in the TressAllure color 12R means reddish undertone. In some brands it means rooted, but in the TressAllure line it's more of like a reddish undertone. I wouldn't call this a red, but I would say that it's a warm light brown. Sometimes light brown can be kind of neutral, and in some lighting it might look a little gray. No, this one's not going to do that. It is more of a warm light brown. Let's get outside so you can see this color outside, and don't forget about 𝘕𝑗𝑄𝑒L. So let me know if you tried this wig and what you think of her. See you soon. What a great opportunity to see what a difference rooting and low lights can make. So over here we've got the 12R, so there's no rooting, no low lights, and the 1723R8. Some of the highlights look the same as this color, but then you've got the other blending, the rooting, so it gives it some depth and dimension and darkness versus the 12R. So it's like you took the 12R and wove it in to the darker color. So fun to be able to see that. And here it is from the side. Hopefully it's picking up. Some of this is this color woven through. I don't know how easy that is to see. It's quite windy out here right now. But just gorgeous. This color is so gorgeous. But even this one, I mean, it's dynamic, it's got multiple tones. So pretty. They did such a good job with these color blends. Just phenomenal job with these color blends. Hey friends, thanks so much for watching. Here are a few videos I think you might enjoy. Go ahead and click on one and watch.